attests to just exactly how far this team has come in that regard?
Yeah, Denver's the best team in the world, defending champs, best player in the world. I think the best two-man unit in the world there. So, why not us?
How do you think about Karl in these playoffs? Defensively, taking on a big role, guarding KD, probably going to get a lot of Jokic in this. That's not the player we saw him be previously. How have you kind of seen him embrace the defensive side in the playoffs here?
I thought Karl was awesome. I almost got emotional when he came off the court because he's been through so much. I mean, he's had countless people in different shapes, and we won largely because of Karl's maturity. He played a super clean game on both ends. We practice, went through video. He's moving around pretty good, and we'll see whatever he's comfortable with. We're not certain as of yet. Kind of uncharted waters.
How encouraging is it, though, the fact that, under the knife yesterday and out here today?
Yeah, I mean, Finch is obviously our leader and a super tough guy, and there's a ton of respect for him bouncing back so quickly. I was chomping at the bit and was really excited about this series, and it was great to have him back in the gym.
Tim, you've seen this coaching staff work all year. Like, if he is limited in any way, like, just what have you noticed on the chemistry of the group that they can make things work?
Yeah, we have a fantastic coaching staff. I mean, Mike is going to make a great head coach when some smart team hires him. The whole staff is really connected, and I think Finch empowers those guys. So it's a collective. It's not just about one person, but just like players, we have next man up. Same with coaches, but we have complete faith in our staff, and obviously, we're fingers crossed Finch will be somewhere around the chair he's usually going to be. But Mike's going to do a heck of a job, and again, he's going to be a great head coach when somebody hires him.
What makes you think that you've worked with him for a long time? What do you like most about him, and what do you think qualities he has that would make him fit to that?
He's got a really high emotional IQ. He's got humility, a natural connection with players, and he's just seen it all. I think you look at Mike's career. You grind forever as an advanced scout. It's one of the more difficult jobs in the NBA. You certainly know it every play imaginable, so you combine all those things. I'm certain he's going to be a great head coach.
Are you certain that Chris will make a trip?
I don't want to speak for Chris, but we feel pretty good about it.
Tim, when you think about how you put together that Denver team and this team, it was kind of in multiple steps. Aaron in a little bit later, Mike Conley and Nikhil here. How much did you have that vision laid out years in advance that it was going to be a patient?
No. I mean, I could tell you we have these 1, 3, and 5 year plans. It'd be a lie. I mean, the NBA, there's fluidity and there's things that you didn't expect to happen. I mean, if you look in Denver, we try to retain some guys we didn't keep, and that let us. We got very fortunate with Aaron. It's every day, especially around the draft, around the trade deadline and free agency, things change dramatically. So, we're lucky, really lucky here to have these unbelievably talented core pieces, and we try to build around them and support them. But to say that we had some well-laid plans would be disingenuous.
There's always so much focus on who's hired as a head coach and who those core pieces on the court are. But obviously, you guys have shown that how important it is to have a deep bench, deep staff. Like, how much appreciation for those lesser roles, I guess, has grown for you in the last year?
I mean, a lot. I was fortunate enough to kind of have a lot of different jobs when I started forever ago, and I think it's really important. We're trying to preach team and we. I think too often, certain levels there's I. So any success is we success, any failure is we failure. So it's if you're trying to get these guys to accept role acceptance and really the power of we, and you don't project that, it's not really optimal leadership. So win together, lose together.
Ant's getting a lot more attention since the playoffs started on a national level. How do you think he's just kind of built the game?
Yeah, I think Ant is really just concerned about his teammates, his family, his friends, and competition. Whether it's competition on the basketball court, whether it's spades, whether it's ping pong. Some guys, and there's not a right or wrong approach. Some guys are really about the ancillary things, the brand. I think Ant's about the competition. So he's got a great support system. He's got wonderful people around him. He's allowed himself to be coached hard, which is really a testament to both Ant and Coach Finch. So I think for Ant, he's just focused on game one, and the other stuff is just noise.
Tim, is this series going to be kind of a referendum for this group in a way when it comes to some of the financial decisions you might have to make next year, where you go with ownership? Or have you seen enough that this team is a contender maybe next year and you want to push to keep it together as much as possible?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're a contender now. We have to believe it. We're entering the second round with an unblemished playoff record, so this room certainly thinks we're a contender. Relative to what the offseason looks like, it would be unfair to to answer those questions prior to our conclusion, and we hope not to conclude for a long time.
What was last year's Denver series like for you?
It was cool. I mean, they're all some of my best friends or coaches, front office players, and while I'm competitive, I'm not stepping your throat competitive. Quite frankly, if we're going to go down, you go down against good buddies and people you have a ton of respect for. It's fun to see a lot of friends beyond, just the team. So I love Denver, love the city. 2 kids were raised there. It feels like a second home, so it was a lot of fun, and I think